And so we meet again. Great to see everybody. I'm sure there's a lot of folks here from the 31 Days of Monsters because we announced it on the morning show that we were going to do a view party tonight. And I got a pretty good copy of this public domain movie we're going to watch, The Last Man on Earth, starring Vincent Price from 1964. Now, this film is based on Richard Matheson's book called I Am Legend. And it has to do with like a plague that turns people into zombies. And really, it was the blueprint for George Romero's Night of the Living Dead. They changed his name to Morgan from Neville for some reason, and Matheson wrote the screenplay, but he was unhappy with it, and he took his name off of it and used a pseudonym. Originally, this was supposed to be a Hammer film in the late 1950s. They were talking about doing it, and the great German director, my God, what's his name? Fritz Lang was supposed to direct it, and he had to back out, and that was a disappointment to Richard Matheson. But he also thought that Vincent Price was miscast. I don't know. One of the guys that was considered when Hammer was going to do it was all British guys. Was Kieran Moore, and he's got a great rugged face. I could see him playing this character. He's a big guy too, like Price and like Charlton Heston, who ended up playing the character in the Omega Man. So this is the first of 3 versions of this film. The first adaptation of Richard Matheson's story. The second, of course, was 1971's The Omega Man with Charlton Heston. And they went off the rails in a different direction in some ways with that one. But they did keep his name as Neville. And then there's the Will Smith one, which has the right title, I Am Legend, and the right name. But again, it's way different. It seems like Hollywood just can't get it right. You know, they got a blueprint right in front of them. I don't know why that is. You got your snacks ready? You got your drinks poured? All that kind of fun stuff. Let's say hello and see who is here. Give people a chance to come in. James Murphy is here. Dan Genovese, who said he's sorry he missed the stream this morning. Well, it wasn't a great movie that we talked about. We talked about Gamera, the giant turtle, or the giant monster. He was a giant turtle, but that was the name of the movie. It wasn't great. Tomorrow is going to be X, the Man with the X-Ray Eyes with Ray Milland, which is better. And you got to look for Mr. Warmth himself, Don Rickles, in a dramatic role in that one. Son of Liberty Radio is here. He says this is the best adaptation of the Matheson book, one of my favorite versions of the vampire tale. Yeah, it's sort of part vampire, part zombie, I guess. JP Roca is here. Hyper Kaiju says, good evening, ghouls. Twirly Wolf is leading the charge. He has smashed the like button, and the link is shared. He's ready. And I'd like everybody to do that. Rob Fellows, he has one of 2 posts here. Greetings, Ghostly Graham and the Undead Chat. No quote from the movie, but from another poster for it. Well, let's see what that says. How much horror can you face when lifeless hands reach out for the warmth of human flesh? When terror walks on tiptoe, begging for the blood of the last man on earth. Wah, wah. Dr. Mask says, hail Ghoulish Graham, hail chat. Killer Squid, Classic Price. No. Classic Price has a Mount Rushmore horror place. Oh, no doubt. as I've said before, Price is one of those guys like Karloff and Lugosi that he's just had a rock solid career. Even when he was in bad movies, you never felt like he was slumming or doing a bad job. Like there are some guys that take all different kinds of roles because they need the money. They're working actors, and you can't fault them for that. Uh, and sometimes, but they don't always give 100%. They might give what they think they're getting paid for, the value of it. Whereas Lugosi and Karloff and Vincent Price, once they were relegated to the horror and mystery and terror genre, uh, every movie they're in, they give it 100%. Even if everybody around them is falling down, you believe they believe what's happening on the screen, and I really appreciate that. I appreciate that workman effort from them. Horror Mike says, "Howdy, Graham and gang." Prater 7, good evening in Vincent Price's voice. Big bowl of Count Chocolate. Count Chocula. I'm ready to roll, says H is for heretic. We're doing a breakfast dinner, are we? Okay. Hail Comics Gate and Graham, one of the best Vincent Price classics. He's been in so many. Have you ever seen him in His Kind of Woman? It's technically a Robert Mitchum film. And that movie is off the rails, but it's so much fun. And Vincent Price plays this Errol Flynn kind of actor who's locked into swashbuckling roles, but he doesn't want that. He's also he wants a life that's real, and he wants to be that real action hero. And he's on the island, on this island with Mitchum, and it's a complicated plot. I'll just give you the quick outline of it so you understand where it's coming from. But Robert Mitchum is an ex-con, and Raymond Burr is a gang boss that can't get. He's an Italian, and he can't get back into the country. He's been blocked because of his crimes, and he'll be arrested as soon as he comes on board. So they're gonna take Mitchum because they're about the same size, same height, and they're gonna do like a face plant on him. They're gonna take his face and put it on Raymond Burr, and this ex-Nazi doctor is gonna do this. So they send Mitchum to Mexico to this resort where he's told to wait, and he thinks he's gonna get paid and all this kind of stuff. He doesn't know what they're planning on. And on the island is Vincent Price and some other characters and stuff. And Vincent Price is that Hollywood actor type guy. And as soon as he gets a whiff of real action, he becomes this big ham, and he just really, really embraces it. And he steals the movie. He is so funny. It's not the Vincent Price you've ever seen in any of these horror movies, but if you ever get a chance to see that movie, it's great. It's a John Farrow film, who was Mia Farrow's father. He directed it. Great stuff. A Dead Punk Gage is here. He says, "Hey." Marcus Kellegrew, excellent. Drinks are poured, he says. Wonderful. World of Conan says, "Hails, Mr. Nolan." Greg McPhee says, "The problem with the Omega Man and I Am Legend is that they never fully realize or demonstrate why Neville achieves the title of legend at the end." Yeah, I would agree with that. I'm torn between this and the Omega Man as the best adaptation. The Omega Man, Charlton Heston is a great actor, like Vincent Price, but Heston has this kind of son of a bitch attitude that comes across in many of his roles, and I have a hard time believing he was this researcher, he like when he plays Taylor in Planet of the Apes. He's so cynical and world weary, and I suppose being the last man on Earth, you would be cynical and having to get back into your hovel before the creatures come out at night looking for you. Horror Mike says the Smith version of I'm Legend is 100 minutes of some guy battling bad CGI creatures. Awful. Yeah, and I didn't like what happened to the dog either. I do have some love for the hippie Jesus Omega Man with an Uzi. That is Charlton Heston. Another cereal guy. Somebody, Blackjack ate his Frankenberries. Dead Punk Gage likes Theater of Blood and Madhouse myself. I thought Madhouse was really slow. I couldn't get into that one. Yeah, exactly like Face Off, like 30 years, 40 years before Face Off. What a crazy idea. Michael Deitch thinks he's seen it. Okay. All right. I think I said hello to everybody. We got you know what? I'm going to just check. Let me open up. My YouTube page so I can get a handle on who we got here. Studio. Beautiful. Live. All right, bear with me, guys. I'm boomering here. I got the wrong one. I think I'm in the wrong. Come on. Just hold the phone. You've got your snacks. You've got your drinks. Everybody should be fine. Okay. And there we go. There we go. Okay. I'm set up. Beautiful. Okay. So, no, Rob, you don't get to drink. I didn't mess up. I was just doing something very slowly. Why I oughta. Neon Todd Studio says, hello, everyone. Looking forward to this. Quick plug. I'm doing a daily art challenge for October over on my channel. Check it out if you like horror fantasy. All right, check that out. What do I think is Vincent Price's best role overall? Horror role? Because he's in so much stuff. I mean, I love him in His Kind of Woman, as I said. I think he's great in that as an actor. He's also wonderful in Laura as the no good boyfriend. I loved him. The first horror movie I ever saw him in was House of Wax. And he scared the piss out of me in that one. So I have a soft spot for that one. Matt Cisco is here. He says, what's up, everyone? World of Conan says this is the best adaptation of this story so far. It just gets worse. the newer it gets. Black and white really fits the story. A new version in black and white might be best. How dare you? No, we haven't had a pumpkin sighting yet. Well, that's not true. I mean, she's popped in every once in a while. But the door is closed upstairs, so she can't get down here. H for Heretic likes House of Wax. As do I. Dead Punk Gage, his Mask of Red Death is his favorite. Exactly. Hello, Rob. When does the movie start? Well, I think it's going to start right now since you're the last comment. What do you think, guys? Should we get this rolling? All right. Bada bing. Bada boom. Should I put myself in here like that? Or over here? Or just do full screen? Well, I guess I'll just pop in when I got something to say. How about that? All right, gang. Let's roll. The Last Man on Earth. If there's any problems with sound or anything like that, let me know. I think the locations really add to this. They shot it, I believe, in Italy. And some of the buildings and stuff are just really cool looking, and how they got it to be so empty.
Another day to live through. Better get started.
Yeah, very true, Mr. Solomon. Especially Sunday in Italy at that time.
December 1965. Is that all it has been since I inherited the world? Only 3 years. It seems like 100 million.
Interesting, it's copyrighted in 1963, but it's been listed as 64. think Logan Swanson is Richard Matheson. '56 at watching. Hit that like button, folks.
The eye on the world, an empty, dead, silent world. More of them for the pit. Every day there are more of them. They live off the weak ones and leave them for the pit.
Hail Survive Infinity 0088.
KOKW calling. Come in. KOKW calling. I'm on international frequency. Come in. I can't bear to see their image. It repels them. I need more mirrors. And this garlic's lost its pungency.
Like all those bullet holes on the wall.
There was a time when eating was pleasurable. Now it bores me. Just fuel for survival. I'll settle for coffee and orange juice this morning. But first there's my life to consider. I'd better replace that garlic.
Good evening, Christina.
I'll need more, lots more. Better stop off and get them. I can't afford the luxury of anger. Anger can make me vulnerable. It can destroy my reason, and reason's the only advantage I have over them. I've got to find where they hide during the day. Uncover every one of them. Now, where did I finish off yesterday? Madison Street to 31st Avenue. 11 kills. Over 3 years. And there's more than half the city I haven't searched. Perfect. Just wide enough to keep the flesh apart so their body seal can't function. And how many more of these will I have to make before they're all destroyed? They want my blood.
Did you catch that? Just enough to keep the flesh apart so their body seal doesn't work. So evidently they got like a healing factor thing that seals up. That's pretty cool. I never caught that before. Oh, while I'm over here, let me just say hi to Dr. Fatty Pants. He says he got his giant size two-fisted manly tails arrived yesterday. Excellent. Yeah, Julie's been working hard. She's been getting, she's almost done. We should be done with fulfillment. We started on international shipping and should be done by the end of next week, I think, barring any problems. So that's going really well. Just pop in on folks here occasionally as we break. The script, visuals, and acting doing all the world and character building without corny exposition dumps. Yeah, I like the I like that little bit of dialogue in there that just went past me before, and I just caught it just now. Pretty cool when you find something new in a movie that you've seen a bunch of times. All right, back to the film.
Their lives are mine. I still get squeamish. Wait, that garlic. I'd better put it back where it belongs. I can't live a heartbeat away from hell. And forget it.
Well, prices we're working extra hard here. Those are real people.
I'm out of gas. That means one more stop I'll have to make. I can get rid of them later. Right now, I'm out of gas. It's still fresh, but I'll take only what I need.
But what about those sides of beef hanging there? It's been 3 years. Talk about dry aged beef. That's got a stink in there.
They can wait too. I've got my life to worry about. Those mirrors have to be replaced before dark. Square blocks to search. How many of them still exist? How long will I have to keep up this search?
All right, that was a little weak. The idea is cool, but it was not received well, Prater 7. It became a cult classic after the fact, like a lot of them.
It'll be dark in an hour. Now, 12 long hours before the sun will rise and drive them back to darkness.
Morgan, come out! Come out! Morgan, come out! Come out!
I completely agree, Killer Squid.
Mom, I can't see! I can't see! No!
Another day. Another day to start all over again.
They're coming for you, Vincent.
birds. Birds. God, how I miss you. The sun's already set. They'll be everywhere.
Wouldn't he have been better off if he just stayed there? Instead of, he was in a place where they were barred, steel bars. He could have just stayed there till morning. He didn't have to leave. Besides, they wouldn't know he was there anyway. I don't understand that. Hey, John.
It's Morgan. Get him.
His door was unlocked. They could have just come in. If he was worried about that, I think he'd have locked the door.
Morgan. Do you hear, Morgan? Morgan. Do you hear, Morgan?
Could be vampires.
3 years. Hey, Verge. Verge.
Yes? Oh no, my makeup, my hair.
Hey, where is everybody? All I can see
Hi,
is
Ben.
I can hear children, but I can't see any children.
Uncle Ben! Uncle Ben! Hey, look at Uncle Ben! Uncle Ben! Uncle Ben!
Open them and see. Open them and
Oh,
see.
come, come.
Take a look at this.
It's highly theoretical, Ben.
Theoretical. Do I have to remind you that theory is the beginning of solution?
Sounds like the first newspaper stories about the Rona.
Is Europe's disease carried on the wind? Is it, Ben?
Could be.
And if it is,
It isn't, Verge.
is that what you really think, or just what you'd like to think?
I cannot accept half-baked theories that sell newspapers. I'm a scientist, not an alarmist.
You're whistling past the graveyard.
Is that a commentary on my work at the lab?
We both know how hard you've worked.
I'm sorry, Ben. I just can't accept the idea of universal disease.
Uncle Ben, you found your partner.
All right, Kathy. Who can resist that face? All right. Card tricks. Card tricks.
Oh, great.
Robert, is it possible this germ or virus could be airborne?
Anything is possible, Verge.
If only they all wore masks,
Have been
they wouldn't be in the fire pit now.
The germ is visible under a microscope, but it's not like any bacilli I ever know.
In what way?
It can't be destroyed by any process we've been able to uncover.
But with the whole world trying, there must be a solution.
Hey, Mommy, when are you gonna cut the cake?
Boosters, that's the solution.
Right now, our problem is to cut that cake.
Hey, Mommy! Hey, Mommy!
Coming, coming.
I like that other ad next to it. Cut Price Polaris Force. That sounds like the name of a 70s band. Cut Price Polaris Force. Now on stage. That seems stable.
Wind wake you up?
Always does.
How do you feel?
I'm all right.
Oh, don't get up, honey.
I'm not sick, Pop. I'll make
You don't
breakfast.
have to.
I'll be all right. Go out and read your paper.
All right.
Yes. My Compass Comics beanie kept me warm during my son's cold baseball game tonight. Fantastic. I wear it all the time on my bald head. Thanks, pal. Yeah, she's got full makeup in bed, but she's also got a picture of herself next to her nightstand. She thinks a lot of herself.
It's all we're working on at the lab, Burge. Maybe you better not send it to school today.
You think you should go to work?
I have to.
Bob. I'm so frightened.
Everything's gonna be all right, sweetheart.
The government's going to give us money.
Well,
The bacilli are multiplying.
that kicks the bone marrow theory in my head.
This specimen shows a higher white count than when I put it on the slide. Those cells are still living, Dr. Mercer, off one another.
There has to be an answer. You heard that all communications are ended outside the continental limits?
Yes, I know.
That leaves it in our laps. So we
I got the volume cranked up on it.
But he should
Must be
here
on
by
the
now.
just on the recording.
You stay on this virus theory until I decide it's exhausted.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Order the theory.
All right, sir. And what did the great man of science have to say today? More of the usual?
Oh, he's trying, Ben, just like the rest of us.
And nothing works. The streets are swarming with truckloads of bodies that they're throwing into that god-awful pit. And the dedicated Dr. Mercer goes on with his plodding, unimaginative approach.
You have a better idea?
Maybe. At least it involves imagination.
Ben, it's as simple as this. An unknown germ is being blown around the world. It's highly contagious and it's reached plague proportions.
And you don't believe some of the dead have come back?
Now let's get to work.
And why are they burning the bodies? Why don't they bury them?
Because it's the best known way to control the contagion, to keep the germ from spreading.
That's what we've always believed at any rate.
You prefer us to believe in vampires?
If they exist, yes. There are stories being told, Bob.
By people who are out of their minds with fear.
Maybe. But there are too many to be just coincidental. Stories about people who have died and have come back.
They're stories, Ben, stories.
And why are the infected people always so tired in the daytime? Why can't they stand the sunlight? Why are they only seen at night?
Come here.
Look, I know it's look.
Now, is this bacilli or isn't it?
It doesn't matter.
And this bacilli is found in the blood of every infected person, or isn't it?
To show me germs is not to refute these stories, Bob. Point is, if there are vampires, they exist in spite of these germs.
Come on, let's get to work.
And until further notice, this station will continue its around-the-clock coverage of this national disaster. And now, we switch you to the state capitol, where His Excellency, the Governor, speaking from the Executive Mansion. Further, I have, in conjunction with the federal government, declared this state to be a disaster area. The public health is dependent on bodies of the deceased being burned. You must notify the health department immediately. Have a plague victim in your home. Under no circumstances should you gather public. In view of the dire emergency that exists, I intend to.
Anything new?
Huh? No, nothing new.
Mommy, where are you? Mommy, I can't see. Mommy.
I'm going to call the doctor.
I said no. Courage, there's nothing they can do.
Oh, can't you let her lie there?
Well, this way she has a chance. If you call a doctor, he'll report it. You want that?
Mommy, please. Mommy. Mommy. Mommy.
How can you be so sure she...
Blindness is one of the symptoms. You're not to call a doctor under any circumstances. No one is to come into this house. Now remember that. I've got to pick Ben Cortland up on the way to the lab. No one is to come into this house. Now remember that.
Okay, I'll get you caught up to speed, Fearless Freak. The world's come to an end. There's one guy left. Zombies are after him. There we go. Now we're doing a flashback of how it all happened. This scene is particularly terrifying. The idea that government or military comes and takes your loved ones away.
Who's there? It's me, Ben. We're late. Ben, what's the matter with you?
Nothing, and I'm going to keep it that way.
Ben, look, let's talk about this.
There's nothing to talk about. You think I'm out of my mind. You laughed at me and my theory. You might be one of them.
Ben, look, you're ill. You ought to see a doctor.
No doctors. You take care of your life, I'll take care of mine. Now get away from here. You understand? Get away from here.
I gotta find out where they filmed this because the city is just as desolate when the world's still running Yes, it is when the plague hits.
If you're looking for anybody but me, forget it.
Are they all gone?
That's right.
Is there any hope from the latest reports?
But believe me, Morgan, we'll find an answer.
When, Doctor? We need it right now. I need it.
You're the only one who wasn't afraid to come here today.
What's going to happen, Dr. Messer? Is everybody in the world going to die before someone finds the answer?
You and I.
Can you guys hear me now? Testing. Okay. 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 You guys can hear me now? Okay. Yeah, something was happening. It was buffering. So I closed some stuff. Let me back this up a little bit. All right. How about now? Are we good?
If you're looking for anybody but me, forget it.
Are they all gone?
That's right.
Is there any hope from the latest reports?
No, not yet. But believe me, Morgan, we'll find an answer.
When, Doctor? We need it right now. I need it.
You're the only one who wasn't afraid to come here today.
What's going to happen, Dr. Mercer? Is everybody in the world going to die before someone finds the answer?
No, I don't think so. I don't deny there's some strange evolutionary process going on, but mankind won't be destroyed. The fact that you and I are working here today is evidence of that.
Boy, I mentioned the coronavirus just a couple times. Before we know it, we lose sound and picture. It's a government conspiracy, I tell you.
All right, let's roll.
When? When?
I called the doctor. I had to.
I told you not to call anyone.
Love. She was blind. She couldn't see. She kept reaching out her hands, groping for me. And then, all of a sudden, she was gone. And they came and I tried to stop them. They took her.
I saw a truck out there. Was that it? Was it?
Practically punched her in the shoulder there. Was it?
I'm sorry, lady. There's nothing I can do. Let that truck through. Get out of the way. Get back, folks. Nobody's allowed out there. Please, all of you, get behind those lines. Look sharp there. Move. Move along. Make way for that truck. Make way. Hey, you, mister! Come back! Come back!
Did this truck just come in from Market Street? I said, did this truck just come in from Market Street?
Mister, I don't know. Hey, you don't belong in here. Get out.
I said get out. I want my daughter.
Mister, a lot of daughters are in there, including my own.
That's harsh. He's like, I'll teach you to cry at things that are sad, woman.
Mom, I can't see! I can't see! Mom!
Verge.
People wanted to, dude.
Verge. Oh.
Yeah, it seemed bigger like in the present time when he was tossing the bodies in, you know?
No,
I think this is my favorite quote of the night so
I
far.
won't let them put you there, Verge. I promise. I won't let them put you there.
I'll put you there myself. Here we go. Great music, I gotta say. Yeah, and he played a hero in His Kind of Woman. Since he just poured a drink, why don't you put in the chat what you're having with this movie tonight? Nice. Thinking of going and getting myself a Woodford. Ooh, Oktoberfest. Nice.
Who's there?
Now, this sequence as written is really cool, but how it was presented is really flat. That could have been a really great reveal there and scared the piss out of everybody. But they lingered. They opened up the door. We saw who it was. Maybe she was slightly in shadows. The presentation could have been a lot more dramatic in that. Storytelling 101. Now I'm going to go get a bourbon.
Morgan, we're going to kill you, Morgan. Morgan, you hear? Morgan. Morgan. Do you hear, Morgan? Morgan. Do you hear, Morgan?
Slancha gang.
If Cortman thinks he can get to me by destroying my car, his wits are getting dull. This convertible would be nice. Probably handles well. But I can't think of comfort. There was a time when I shopped for a car. Now I'm looking for a hearse. The station wagon will have to do.
That's a good line. Yeah, buddy. You can go to these shops and get all these cars. I'd go to a gun store and load up. Of course, he's in Italy, so maybe he can't.
Alive. It's alive. Wait! Don't run away! Come back here! Don't run away! Come back! Come back here! Wherever he is, I've got to find him. If I have to search every street, every house, every alley, every inch of this town, I've got to find him. Come back! Hey, boy, where are you? Where are you, pal? Come here. They've been staked. But these are made of iron, not wood, not mine. Someone else is alive in this world. But where are they? Where are they hiding? How many are there? Where did they come from? Why haven't I seen them? This is Robert Morgan. If somebody can hear me, answer me. For God's sake, answer me. This is KOKW calling. KO.
Thank you, Evil One, for that $2 super chat. You're a true horror fan, Graham. Glad I could be here. Hey, thanks, brother. Glad you could be here too. Got to wake up early for the 31 Days of Monsters. But thanks again for that super chat. And Nick? Yeah, I knew. Let's just check in here a little bit. Pray to 7 Graham, for what it's worth. I'd love more of these view parties in the future. I also enjoyed when you guys did it on Professionals recently. Oh, excellent. I think this is a lot of fun. You just got to find these public domain films, you know. Some of them are tough chews and they're hard to get through. This one's particularly good. So, you know, I don't know that I could sit through the terror of Tiny Town like Billy likes. All right, back to Vincent.
KW calling. Answer me. So you finally decided to come back. It's all right, boy. Good boy. Don't worry. You're going to be all right. Yes, you are. There, now we've got you all cleaned up. You're going to feel better. I'm going to put you down here now and you can rest. Got you all cleaned up. There, rest. Oh. You know they're out there, don't you? You poor, driven thing. Everything's gonna be all right. Nobody's gonna hurt you. Everything's gonna be all right. All right. You're going to get better. We're gonna have lots of happy times together. You'll see, everything's gonna be fine. What's the use?
Oh man, I didn't know the dog died.
Wait, I'm not gonna hurt you. Can't you understand? Wait.
I don't believe he's able to catch her either.
Wait. I'm not going to hurt you. Wait. 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 I couldn't be out here in the daylight if I was one of them. You know that they can't come out until sundown. Do you want to come with me or do you want to face them?
I think that was Elizabeth Montgomery, Charles Bronson and Elizabeth Montgomery, or the two future soldiers that are enemies.
You feeling?
And speaking of Elizabeth Montgomery, might be a good time to take a break here and show you the Ghosts of Matecumbe Key, because my main character in that is based on Elizabeth Montgomery, at least her visuals. I don't know. We got a bunch of people here in the room, in the chat, and watching the show that maybe haven't seen this, so it might be a good chance to just let people know about the Ghosts of Matecumbe Key. The link is pinned to the top of the chat. It's also in the description. This is the third book in my Nolanverse, and it's going to connect, finally, the Chinook Alien Alamo, as well as Joe Frankenstein and Monster Island all together. It'll clearly link everything. I've been leaving little breadcrumbs throughout the stories that sharp eyes may catch. So, you could get here's some of the tiers you can get. The Nolan cover package, which has the main cover, the EC version cover, and the black and white cover, which I call the creature feature cover. And that one's going to have a glow-in-the-dark logo on it, which is really cool. The other two will have my traditional matte finish cover with the, you know what? I'm not even sharing the damn screen. Why isn't it showing? Oh, there we go. So it'll have the matte finish with the spot UV. There's prints you can get. Oh, I usually have buy me a beer, but you can buy me a cigar. That was Andy Smith's suggestion. Here's larger shots of the covers. This book is going to be at least 64 pages, probably quite a bit more. And I'm thinking of adding on a special 10-page feature as well. So it's only going to grow from here. Compass Comics swag. You can get the t-shirt. Here's the glow-in-the-dark cover. The logos will be glowing. Got some cool Ghosts of Matecumbe Key t-shirts as well. We have a Kelly Jones cover, and this will be embossed. The logos and this figure here will all be embossed. Got a piece of original art. This is the only original art from Alien Alamo because I did everything else digitally. So you might want to snap that up because it's very rare. Got a Ghost mini print, Alien Alamo mini print, Cyber Frog mini print. This piece of original art as sold, that's gone. Here's some close-ups of the shirts. Oh, and we've hit our first stretch goal. Here's our bookmark. There's always a Compass Comics bookmark in all of our things. So here's the first one, the Sexy Misty Fahrenheit. And these are all available as add-ons in limited quantities. Some of these might be gone by now, I'm not sure. So when you check out, if you missed any of these books, you can add them on when you check out at the end. So there is that. Also, all of these properties are going to be part of a new company that Chuck Dixon and I are part of now called Spin Rack. And I suggest you follow the Spin Rack Facebook page, Instagram page, and Twitter page, because we're going to be making some big announcements coming up soon. And this is really going to be big. So you heard it here first, folks. All right. So if you're looking for this on Facebook, also I have images of this with the QR code. You can just scan it with your phone. It's easy peasy. So get out there, back this sucker. Let's get we're up to 829 backers. I'm not sure if I refreshed this anytime recently. Let's see. Yeah, we're still at 829 backers. So, okay. Promotional work done. Back to the movie. Oh, let me check out. We got some action here. Well, first let's start off with Evil One, who gives us another $2 super chat. Is that Ghastly EC how much cover? Looks awesome. Yes, it is. I believe it was Haunt of Fear. Was what it's not quite a homage. It's but it's definitely referenced from it. The fact that you got that is really cool. NFT Nick, who is also a part of Spin Rack, says, "Woot woot! All hail hashtag Spin Rack." Indeed. No, you can never have too many bookmarks. I started those for Julie because she loves bookmarks, loves to read, and so I've just kept it going. It's a staple of ours. Let's see here. Hey, Rob Fellows spelled Misty correct. Dan Genovese says he's looking forward to this book. He was in Key West in early September. I love the Florida Keys. I got a sweet spot in my heart for that area. And if you're ever down that way, stop off in Isla Mirada. which is on Matecumbe Key, and there is the Hurricane Memorial. It's beautiful, and it's really neat to read about. Dr. Mass says, let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby and get us a copy of Ghosts of Matecumbe Key, because that's our hobby. There we go. Brody says she's a looker. Yeah. I mean, she has to be with a last name like Fahrenheit. She's hot. The Monster Island omnibus will be released when I finish Escape from Monster Island. So I've got a publishing plan I got to get through. But it's on the list. It will be coming. But there's other stuff ahead of it. Glow in the Dark does sound really cool. I don't think I've ever heard of a comic doing that. I think they did that with Ghost Rider once back in the 90s. They might have done a glow in the dark logo or something. But if they didn't, then I'm the first, and that's cool. But I think they did. Oh, excellent. This Two-Fisted Manly Tales is in the mailbox. Dr. Mass has to go back and get a shirt. Beautiful. I love that. I'm working on trying to get a Hawaiian shirt done for the Ghost campaign. But again, you know, I'm particular. I want to have all my products made in the USA. So I'm having a little trouble with that at the moment. Oh, yep. Ghost Rider 15. Dr. Mass says they did some Spectre comics that had glow in the dark too. Cool. All right. Back to it.
Feeling better?
Yes,
Would you like a cup of coffee?
thank you. You seem very well organized here.
Yeah.
My name is Ruth Collins.
I doubt it.
I was married. I lost my husband. You are alone. You were married.
Yes.
Children.
My daughter.
What are you doing?
Thank you, Rusty.
Please stop, please. Stop it, please. You're making me sick.
Why do you turn away?
Please.
Why do you turn away? You are infected.
No.
Infected systems are allergic.
I ship a lot of books to the UK, Waitland.
You think I'm one of them.
You will be.
I don't know why it won't let you buy it from there, but
You've made up your mind.
I have
Just
dozens of
because I-
packages
You
of
can't
Two-Fisted
change your
Manly
facts
Tales
by
going out to the UK.
Facts. What facts? That I got sick? I've had a sensitive stomach all my life. I saw my husband killed, torn to pieces right in front of our house. I've been wandering ever since, hiding at night, not eating more than scraps, sick with mourning, sick with fear, unable to sleep. Then you shout at me. You chased me across a field, hit me, dragged me to this house. And to top it all, when I get sick because you shove a piece of reeky garlic in my face, you tell me I'm infected.
Where are
Let me
you going?
go.
You can't go out there. It's almost sunset.
Let me go,
You
I
can't
said.
go out there now. In a few
I don't
minutes, the
care.
streets will be full
Let
up.
me go.
At
I don't
least let me give you a
care.
blood test.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
You must be hungry. I'll fix you some dinner.
We'll be here, brother. Have a good one.
You know, you should eat.
I can't.
But I made this beef bourguignon just for you. I slave in the kitchen all day and you won't eat it.
You seem used to them.
Oh, as much as anybody could be. I'm not frightened of them anymore, if that's what you mean. Oh, I protect myself against them, but only because there's so many. Individually, they're weak, mentally incompetent, like animals after a long famine. If they weren't, they surely would have found a way of breaking in here a long time ago.
Come out, Morgan.
Hear that? That's Ben Cortland. He was my friend.
Friend.
He was like a kid brother. If I could find him and destroy him,
But you said he was your friend.
when I find him, I'll drive a stake through him, just like all the others.
You lived through all this. Do you know why?
Perhaps I was chosen. That's a laugh. Or perhaps it's because a long time ago when I worked in Panama, I was bitten in my sleep by a bat. My theory is that the bat had previously acquired the vampire germ. By the time it entered my blood, it had been strained and weakened by the bat system. As a result, I have immunity. Well, it's only a guess, but it's all I have to go on.
You don't think that I'm immune, do you?
It's a simple matter to find out whether you are or not.
I don't remember that aspect being in Matheson's book, but it's been a long time since I read it about the vampire bat thing.
Will you do if I am infected? Cure me? You don't have to answer. I know as well as you do. It's incurable.
There might be a way. If not of killing the germ, at least of containing it, keeping it from spreading. If I had the equipment, the time.
But you don't.
Maybe it was a radioactive bat. And he was in a movie called The Bat. Coincidence? I think not. She's an addict.
You are one of them.
I was. And without that injection, I'll be one again.
What do you mean? You found a solution?
That's right. Exactly as you said it could be. I take that for it.
What is it?
Defibrinated blood plus vaccine. The blood feeds the germ. The vaccine keeps it isolated and prevents it from multiplying. We've had it for some time now.
We?
There are quite a number of us.
And I thought you were alone. I was going to cure you. Does that amuse you?
No,
Now, I want the truth. I want all of it. Why are you here?
To find out if you know any more than we do. You know, far less. We're alive. Infected, yes, but alive. We're going to reorganize society. Do away with all those wretched creatures who are neither alive nor dead. Start everything all over again.
And you want me to join?
You can't join us. You're a monster to them. Why do you think I ran when I saw you? Even though I was assigned to spy on you. Because I was so terrified of what I'd heard about you. You're a legend in the city, moving by day instead of night. Leaving as evidence of your existence bloodless corpses. Many of the people you destroyed were still alive. The people in my group.
I didn't know.
Well, you can get out of here.
What do you mean?
They're coming after you tonight. That's why I was sent here. To prevent you from resisting them. And supposed to keep you here. Until they come.
To kill me.
Yes.
Your new society sounds charming.
The beginning of any society is never charming or gentle.
And you pretended to be shocked at my violence. Well, what are you waiting for? Why don't you go on and use it? Get it over with. Use it. Get it over with.
Use it.
Now you know. What are you going to do?
I read that Heston, when watching this movie, preparing for the Omega Man, criticized it. The acting, the staging. He felt it was a bit not so great, to put it lightly.
What are you doing?
It's already done.
What?
Look. Look. You see? Word proof. The antibodies in my blood worked. My blood has saved you, Ruth. Do you know what this means? You and I can save all the others. We won't be alone. We'll never be alone again.
Sure.
No different.
She's Italian. Of course she's going to love that. Oh. She's Italian again.
Where are you
I've got
going?
to get out of here. Tell them you're not a
You
threat
can't
to us.
go out there.
You can say
You
all
wouldn't
of
get
it.
10 feet.
When they come here, there won't be time for questions and answers. They'll come to kill. For God's sake, Robert, let me go. Oh, Robert, please,
Ruth, look, tomorrow.
please. Robert.
Tomorrow, Ruth. Tomorrow will be
No.
all right.
Robert, no. Robert,
Yes, Ruth,
what if this doesn't last?
but it will. I've already checked it under the microscope. Wait, I'll show you. I'll prove it to you. I'll check it again.
I'll prove it to you. I'll check it again. Got a little high school magnifying, or it's not a magnifying glass. What is that thing? Microscope.
Ruth, just take a look at this. This will prove it to you. Ruth, there's no change. I've double checked. Ruth. Ruth!
Robert!
Ruth! Get away from her! Are you all right? Are you all right?
Run, Robert! Robert, run! Robert, run! We've got to kill you, Robert. Run! Run!
Up there!
Still got to stake him.
There he is.
Wait! You don't understand! Wait!
Get him! Get him! Surround the block! Move! Move! This way! Hey, over here! This way! Got her outside!
That's some armory. I've seen hunting lodges with more guns. Might want to throw it in front of somebody.
There he is, in the church.
It appears Vincent never played baseball. He doesn't seem to get that arm back for a throw. It's kind of like, ooh, M1 carbine.
You freaks! All of you. All of you freaks! Mutations! Hold it! You're freaks. I'm a man. The last man.
Robert,
They were afraid of me. They were afraid of me. They were afraid of me.
I didn't know. Don't cry. There's nothing to cry about. We're all safe now. All safe.
Well, that was a downer. Oh, look at that. The porn bots showed up. Let's get rid of those suckers. Hide user. There we go. Jerks. Who takes a baby on a killing journey? Good point. Let's see. Janet Durham says, "Here comes the cavalry. All of you are freaks." Yeah, that was good, wasn't it? I thought so. No, I have not seen that. Probably his favorite Vincent Price movie, if I remember right. Elvira had it on when I saw it first. All right. Thank you, Rusty. I'm glad you guys enjoyed that. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, I've seen Martin Scorsese's Taxi Driver. Once they know that she's a moon, they'll kill her too. Yeah. It's like she's all she's got the immunity now, you know. So she doesn't fit in. It's one of the few horror movies featuring a comic artist. Oh, The Ambulance, you mean? Okay. I'll have to look it up. Oh, as a protagonist. Well, now I don't believe it. I figure he's just another screw up like the rest of us. Well, that was good fun. It seems like everybody liked that and wants to do it again. So, we're still in 31 Days of Monsters. I will look and see if I can find some more public domain monster films. I just saw that Tarzan came up. So after the 31 days, you know, we can explore other types of films that might be available in public domain and have some fun with that. Surprised we've not had The Last Woman on Earth for the modern audience yet. Oh, well, shouldn't give them ideas. Oh, good. I'm glad you guys enjoyed that. They killed him in front of Jesus in the tabernacle on the altar, symbolism of his blood being the salvation of the people from the virus, but they rejected him. That is a very good point. I did not see that metaphor until you just mentioned it, but I think you're dead on that. That's really great. That's very powerful. There's a whole wealth of public domain films for adventure. Oh yeah. I got to check and see if Tarzan and the Green Goddess is available. That's the one with Herman Brix, who became Bruce Bennett later on, and was in a lot of A and B films. But at this point, as Herman Brix was his real name, he was an Olympian, a gold medalist in javelin, I think. And he played Tarzan, and it was the first time Tarzan was very cogent and very had command of the English language and stuff. He was the Tarzan of the Edgar Rice Burroughs books because the movie was actually produced by Burroughs Company. And it's really cool. You know, Tarzan gets behind one of those water-cooled machine guns and he's blasting these dudes. And yeah, I think that one would be fun to watch. The problem is with some of these is that the prints are so bad. This one was very nice. I thought there was great contrasts, and it wasn't hard to watch. Excuse me, but some of those public domain films are just a chore. I remember watching a lot of these as a kid. You know, when they'd be on, like Night of the Living Dead. The first time I saw that, it was just terrible. White Zombie was another one. You couldn't see anything, you know, it was just like black and white, you know, you didn't see any depth or any grays. But that has since been remastered. And all of a sudden, it's so much better to watch and see the details. Well, they already tried that with the Chino's Tarzan. That last Tarzan movie, I thought was going to be great. I wanted to love it so much because they had a great looking Tarzan. Seemed like they were going back from the trailers, going back to the roots of Tarzan. And then we get a Tarzan that's beaten by a rosary beads by this wimpish little simp. And Tarzan never kills an animal. You know, we never see the strength of the ape man. And he's wearing chinos in the whole damn movie and not his loincloth. It's like they don't want to, you know, oh, well, that would be objectifying him. Women want to see Tarzan in his loincloth. I'm sorry. No, he was not Tarzan. Didn't get a notification that you were live. Huh. Well, have you subscribed to the YouTube channel? Because I see that you're watching it on Facebook. I sent a message out on YouTube. Story was okay. He was not so great, I didn't think. The look, kind of Frankenstein-y with that forehead of his. Yeah, we know that's going to be great. Nothing about Miles O'Keefe, huh? It's all about Bo Derek. I see where you're going. Oh, the Golem. Yeah, that's a great silent film. You mean George of the Jungle? You know who made a good Tarzan was Mike Henry. Not a great actor, but man, he looked great as Tarzan. And when they tried to bring Tarzan into the swing in the 60s, you know, and first time you see him, he's getting off a plane, he's all duded up and everything. Sort of James Bondish angle they were going for with that. And then when he gets to the jungle, man, he's stripped down to the loincloth, he's ripped his shit. No, I hate that one. Evil One, thank you for the $2 super chat. I recommend 72 Tales from the Crypt. Not public domain. That is I don't believe it's Hammer. It might be Amicus. It's one of those subsidiaries that came off, but that's definitely copyrighted. But thank you. Would be great to see everyone turn up for 31 Days of Monsters. Some great films still to come. And the Omega Man will be even more fun now. Yeah, we should get everybody back for the Omega Man. And the day after that is I Am Legend. This one was originally supposed to be before that, but we decided to do it here. And then I'm gonna stick in Arsenic and Old Lace in its place. Another Vincent Price one, House on Haunted Hill. Is that the one? I always get this one mixed up. If it's The Legend of Hell House or House on Haunted Hill, where the witch comes out and she's like comes into the screen. My God, that scared the piss out of me when I saw that. Oh, so I guess it is the House on Haunted Hill with the stupid witch and the skeleton. Yeah. Artist formerly known as Hey Mike. Mike, I'm glad you enjoyed that. I thought it was a lot of fun too. It was so great hanging out with all you guys and gals in the evening. You know, there's a lot of familiar faces here in the mornings. And there's some new faces here too. I don't remember Hail Collectibles. How about a viewing of the Crimson Ghost? Yeah, that's a possibility. None of Your Business. That's another one I haven't seen. Gnome Ski. All you new guys, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. And set an alarm. Get up early and come in for 31 Days of Monsters in the morning. All the cool kids are there. We're having our coffee. And we're starting our day off right in the month of October. Definitely not copyrighted by Universal. What's Twitch? Hey, you're a guy who does his work in a bar, drawing in a bar. So, you know, don't get me for my boomerisms. We've started all getting up. I wish I would have missed the Aliens 31 Days. You wish you would have missed that one? That was a good one. Or did you mean you wished you wouldn't have missed it? Yeah, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get the... Ah, there it is. Okay, that's what I thought, because that's such a great movie. Not sure I'm going to get The Man with X-Ray Eyes in time for tomorrow after tonight's show. But I've seen it before, and I'll just read up on it again and remind me. I've got it on Blu-ray. No. Voyage to the Planet of Prehistoric Women. Okay. The Scarlet Pumpernickel, as Sylvester the Cat used to say. I saw this one in the theaters, The Island of Dr. Moreau, with Burt Lancaster and Michael York. Thought that was kind of cool. You know, anything that had like a monster theme or anything in the 70s, I was there. You know, those Edgar Rice Burroughs ones, like The Land That Time Forgot. As bad as the effects were, it was all we had, you know. The pisser is that's the same year that movie came out. It was the same year Star Wars came out and just kind of like revolutionized everything. All right, my friends. Hey, thanks so much for coming in here and all hanging out and having some snacks and drinks and watching and actually a good public domain movie. Hope to see you tomorrow for 31 Days of Monsters, day 20. It's going fast, isn't it? But until then, have a wonderful evening and we'll see you then. Bye-bye.